Hello everybody, this is Grimcad, and we are back with some more Dungeons & Dragons, 5th edition in the Shifting City. It's awful when you can't even pronounce your own setting correctly. Although I guess that is the PG version of messing it up, though. We're going to be jumping right into things today. We're going to be down some players a little bit right now. Handu and Zydroen, formerly known as Jadian, is not with us. And at some point, Tadpole is going to have to leave for a little while, possibly coming back. But, we're not going to hold it against them. We're going to go down the line, starting from the end this time, and we can do introductions to get to know the players, voices, and who they are playing. If for some reason you're joining us in the middle of, episode 37, which, I guess happens. So Tadpole, say hello.
Hello.
Rick.
Hello there.
Guts.
Good morning.
And last but not least, Adrian.
If you're just joining us, you have to go find the episode with the flesh scarecrows. Trust me, it's a good one.
I don't think we were recording at that point.
What?
I guess this is the
flesh scarecrows.
I guess this is the episode with flesh.
I'm pretty sure we've referenced them before, but yeah, I don't think we were recording at that point.
No, I just mean we need to make more if we haven't.
We do now. God damn it.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so last time, and we've sort of been hit or miss with availabilities and all that, but things may be settling out somewhat. My daughter, this is her last week of school. Technically,
that's weird.
Tomorrow is her last day. So, things will be happening. Of course, that sometimes means that I cannot do every setting, because, in summers past, summer is the time for me to do things with, my family. It's not exactly happening right now, so I don't know what'll happen, but I'll try to let you guys know with adequate time in between if we are missing a session for some reason.
On the note, I should buy a Snuggie. A
Snuggie?
A Snuggie.
They are ripped.
It's like 90 where I am right now.
Oh,
I don't even want to...
I'm sitting in front of the AC.
Think about it.
Something was grinding like 10 minutes ago. I'm just like, what the fuck? Thinking it was the garbage truck maybe dying outside or something with the motor, because sort of my AC skipped twice in a row, would have done it again or any time during the past day it's been on. But it hasn't, so I'm thinking someone died outside.
Interesting and unfortunate.
Yep, we just have to wait for the zombie to show up.
Yeah.
It's like Walking Dead. Everyone's infected, Everyone.
Actually, where I live, no one is.
Yeah, isn't it like winter where you are?
It's winter.
Oh yeah,
it
this is
is.
weird.
But we also have like 0 COVID now.
So is it
Yeah,
snowing right now?
Congratulations.
It'll be snowing on the hills, but we're close to sea level, so we don't actually get a lot of snow.
You have like crazy elevation differences in New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have a disturbingly circular volcano. It's like disturbingly.
All right, so off of our getting ready to start tangents, what we've been doing is we have been defending the city, and we've been doing surprisingly well. I don't know how much of that is you guys doing surprisingly well, and how much of it is my cannon fodder, which is doing surprisingly well. But either way, we've been thinning down the numbers of this attacking army to, a really big degree. It's almost turning out to be a little anticlimactic. But we will see what we can do.
At this point in time, basically Rick's the only person who's stared down a generic angry demon and survived.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Perhaps I was a little off with the numbers some. But anyway, we talked a little bit before the session starts, and I think we are going to take a little bit of a break from the fight on the surface, and we are going to be joining the other part of the party, which is down in the... I'm going to call it a dungeon, because, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it certainly is a dungeon, that is underneath the city, underneath the throne that Welshaw had in the middle, I don't know why I pronounced it with T's, of... Oh, man. The arena. I could not think of the word arena.
I'm proud of you.
Were you looking for the word arena?
I found it eventually. So, again, this is with some NPCs. So if someone would like to take over any of the NPCs, we obviously have Tadpole still alive, Guts still alive. Alive being a very poor choice, and certainly not foreshadowing at all.
Don't tease me like
What? Have you gone and clickbaited this episode, The Death of Guts now?
Are you being
final death.
livingest, Grim? Are you being offensive towards undead?
Not at all. One thing I am going to do is, while I'm thinking about it, Guts, I'm going to remove your token and re-add your token with now your name on the token.
Sometimes I just appear and there's no name, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Grim removes Guts token, doesn't put it back.
Surprise!
I mean, it's already done, so...
Surprise! You died in between sessions. It's like dying in the cuts.
As Morty said, hey look, I killed these guys off screen. Just like that movie.
So if anyone would like to control Court, Whisper, Heart, or Zool, I'm gonna be honest, Sue's dead to me. She doesn't have a sheet. I don't know why she's here.
What does he do?
Oh my god, her class that I chose for her is so complicated, and I just don't want to deal with it. It's been, like, literally 2 months now. She's just dead to me.
She stepped on a trap and her leg got blown off.
If she doesn't have a sheet, she doesn't get paid.
That how it works.
She's just basically Deus Ex Machina at this point now. It's like, yeah, Sue can do that.
She can do whatever, it doesn't matter. Just get her off the screen.
So if one of you wants to grab them, you can fight amongst yourselves. I'm going to be back in just a second. I'm going to refill my coffee. Because, you know...
I prefer being in the ethereal peanut gallery, watching everyone else die for a change. I got knocked out last time, remember?
Oh yeah, wasn't it like the first time you got knocked out?
Was it the first time you got knocked?
Basically. So I've always in the back, and I've always had an escape thing. But arrows at 120 plus feet.
Yeah, those kind of fucking ruined you.
That's why you learn how to dodge.
I like a new pillow shape.
Remember the 5 Ds of dodgeball? Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
So I've been playing Animal Crossing,
Oh
and I
god.
can't figure out with my island.
Is this when you tell us you like that cat thing too much that who likes?
No, absolutely not. Oh my god, I didn't even say that. I don't. I mean,
Okay.
Raymond, but he's not. I don't like him like that. And those two, that's nasty.
So what kind of animals do you
He's denying
cross?
it too much, right?
And why don't you just cross road?
Wait a minute, what?
I said, what kind of animals do you cross? And why don't you just cross road?
I don't know. When did the animals cross? I don't know. I never read the book.
Is it the animals crossing you?
I don't know. But yeah. I feel like my island looks really bad. I just can't figure out what to do with it.
Have you tried birch tree?
What?
Have you tried birch tree?
Are we discussing Animal Crossing?
How'd you get that just from Birch Tree?
Oh man, I mean,
I didn't know Animal Crossing even had birch tree.
I didn't, but
I just like birch tree.
like I've played it some, but like, you know, the Switch is technically my daughter's, and she's, you know,
Technically.
well, I mean, you know, she's 7, so everything she got is mine, basically. But she has this habit of, you know, not charging it. So whenever I'm like, you know what, I think I'd like to play, she's like, yeah, I haven't charged it. So.
Ooh. Big oop.
So does everybody have somebody? Who does not have somebody? Or who is not being occupied?
I was saying that I'm gonna be in the Ethereal Peanut Gallery commenting and throwing peanuts at people.
I would kind of rather you not do that, because that means I have to run more NPCs.
I was just saying it's you don't like playing the game, Grim? This is the only chance to play as a PC, Grim, come on.
My only chance.
But I'll take Whisper, I guess. No one
Okay.
took her. Anyone took who? Who's who?
Whisper Cleric. Did I spell thief wrong? I did.
Yeah, it's been like that. I mentioned it before and you never fixed it.
If you don't want to tell you, don't break card.
Yeah, I didn't even pick
Yeah,
up
that
on
looks
that,
wrong
but I'm
too,
bad.
though, honestly.
Oh, I don't have access. Yeah, no, I do have access to a sheet. Just won't let me open it. That was weird.
You might
Okay.
not have access to...
I'll take Sadie.
Yeah, I don't know if I redid them either, honestly. No, not really. Oh well. Okay, so we've been underneath this place for some time now. Well, honestly, probably about 30 minutes or so. A relatively short time. And we have gotten to this point. As a refresher, everything under this place is sort of this strange metal that was originally sort of a very glossy, shiny, reflective silver. But the further and further that we've been going into the dungeon itself, the more it has been corroded, corrupted, tarnished, and things of that nature. There are sort of pipes leading along through all over the walls, ceiling, floors, and everything. Very, very small pipes that appear to be bedded in things. But this is obviously, or perhaps obviously is not the correct word, but certainly something designed to move things around. There is no feasible way or explanation for there to be this many pipes unless we're moving something a lot. We've just finished combat with a bunch of oozes. I believe the last ones were some sort of fleshy puddings, actually. Which is a disgusting name.
It's pretty bad.
That's racist.
A little bit.
It's puddingist.
Do we have any idea whatsoever is going through the pipe?
No. It appears that nothing is going through it. Like, if you take some time to inspect it, you can't hear anything coming from it. You know, if you're tapping on there, there's no differences in tones between any of the different pipes or anything like that. So either they're all filled with something or none of them are filled with anything. And who knows what the difference is.
Guys, I just had a bad idea. What if we try and break one of the...
Wait a minute.
What?
What if we try and break one of the pipes? To see if there's anything inside.
We might as well.
Well, let's not break one of the pipes in a room that we're in, or we need to go through. Like maybe a dead end room or something like that.
Yeah, if we can find a side room, maybe. Yeah, that's a whole lot better idea than just ripping apart the pipes.
Yeah, they're all just carrying cyanide gas. That's all.
Yeah, imagine.
So what direction would we like to start going in?
Well, let's check some of these doors here.
Are you
Is this door
directionist?
open?
That is open.
Well, let's,
Again,
I guess, take a look. See, is it just a hallway?
It is pretty much just a hallway. Any of the other closed doors, as I mentioned before, are sort of like the doors you would find on a ship that sort of like seal completely. You know, you got to turn a valve to open them. I don't know if they're called bulkheads. I want to call them bulkheads, but
No, bulkhead is a wall.
yeah,
The bulkhead is a wall.
there's certainly
was
a
in the Marine
name
Corps.
for them, but
I know.
I can't think of what they are.
Hatches.
Is it a
Hatches.
hatch? Is it just a hatch?
It's a
Fair
hatch.
enough.
Yep. Seal the hatch.
Makes sense.
In the Marine Corps, we use Navy terminology.
Fair enough. But again,
Well,
in
let's
the
open one
interest-
of these hatches. Let's go to this one over here.
So long story short, which is an awful way to put things, there is no way to pretty much silently open one of these hatches. Most of them have been closed for quite some time, and it's a bit of a struggle, a bit of an effort to get them open. There's a lot of screeching, a lot of squeaking, a lot of squealing involved in opening one of these things. And you alert the black ooze that happens to be hiding in this sort of side passageway as well. So you can select and roll for what should be a relatively quick combat. Hi, Riley. Would you like to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
To do on the front, I'm going to draw everything on towards bat, and bat queen is like where you're going to put the bats and like make a big bat bat person for the bat queen. And on the back, I'm just going to write what the bat queen says. Then also beside the bat queen, I'm going to write bat guard too.
Sounds like a good idea. Riley is working on a bat-themed map for us to play on at some point.
Ah. Hey, I accidentally drug a second me on the thing. Could you get rid of?
Sure.
Apple's
That one, please.
multiplying now.
Thank you.
That sounds cute. Or not cute, but it sounds cool.
Yeah,
So I'll be
well.
looking
I'll make
to
the
it.
voice of the bats. The bats just squeak while the bat queen can't.
Yeah.
Batman. Man Bat?
So who's not being taken? Heart's not being taken, I take it? Ugh.
I believe not. I've gone for.
Okay. I will hit for Heart. Sue doesn't exist to me anymore. She's just dead to me. Here's Quart. And Sue. And that's everybody, yes? Yes. Zool, you are up first. The door's been opened. There has been a relatively large black ooze that's been disturbed and is dropped from the ceiling.
Did my thing not go through? Shit.
I hate to do this to you, but I got to go to my thing.
Right.
So
No worries.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Yep, we'll try not to
Good
kill
luck.
you.
Sorry, my thing didn't go through. I thought I
Yeah.
clicked it.
I don't believe this character has any sort of multi-attack.
No. Zula works by having an incredibly low crit chance.
Seems counterintuitive.
But yeah, that is enough to hit a black ooze even in cover.
Because it
Yes. It
Does
has not
that-
taken a turn. It would, so, that's crit. Which just roll the damage again. And
Mine? Oh, it's over here.
is it just that again, or is it just a D6 again?
honestly, it would just be a d6. You wouldn't get the strength bonus or anything, but reorganize the
Well,
initiative.
the D6 was a 2 on that second roll.
Okay,
If you hover over the 8, it says it was a 2.
gotcha. Oh, there has been an update to D20, it looks like. Boxes are different.
I noticed that the check boxes on Zool looked a whole lot different.
Yeah.
They're all blue.
Of course, that might just be because now I have the monster manual. Thank you very much, Adrian. You made my life like a million times easier. I had no idea you could just drag and drop
Hey,
things.
prep.
Celebrate and praise Adrian.
Having to
because
push
he knows-
spells in manually,
Oh, look, I was entering everything manually. Yeah, there was a lot of Control C, Control V going on.
Oh man, I was googling things and copy and pasting all of my character stuff.
All right, Sue. She's just going to come down a little bit, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's not really going to do much. This isn't something worth using one of our shared spells for, so we're not super worried. Heart. I believe... Well, I mean, I know. Heart would be more one of the chargy inny guys. But at the same time is not stupid and will come to Hatch and hold his attack for when the ooze comes closer. Whisper.
Who's over here? Is this door open or just the other one?
This top one is, the bottom one is not.
I'll move behind here then. What can she do? Probably just gonna wait at this point.
Okay.
I don't think she can do anything from here.
Yeah. Let's see. The black ooze is going to, 5, 10, 15, and 20 it on up. It is going to attack the Tonk. Pretty sure that's a hit. Yeah, that is a hit. A fairly large hit against Heart.
A little bit nothing.
Heart, you've noticed, works different than other barbarians. He does not actually rage and gain resistances or anything like that. Instead, he is more of a damage-based barbarian. So heads up.
That's weird.
It is weird. Guts.
Wonderful. Alright. Let's see. Probably make it around. So I'm gonna move and let's see.
Oh, could you check your connection on your mic? You're super crackly.
I can hear the crackle just from the mic being on. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was like somebody stabbing my brain with tiny little needles.
Mute for a minute.
Okay, I'll mute.
Okay, so when you defeat the Bat Queen and the Bat Queen's guards, you'll get this special item, and the Bat Queen will then be nice with you, and you'll get this special item that will be called a Bat Baton, and you use it, and a bat, we'll just pretend a bat will come and pick you up, and it could bring you to any area in the area you have already been.
You gotta make sure to write that stuff down, because I won't remember.
Is this any better?
The Bat Baton will, wherever you are, all the places you have already been, a bat could
Yeah, that sounds better.
Alright. I wasn't sure you could hear me.
Okay. Alright. Sorry, I was talking. We were discussing the Bat
It's
Village.
The Bat Village. I mean, that's very Gotham.
She's come up
And
with
I
some
think-
magic items, and I was like,
Very
man,
nice.
I'm not gonna remember any of that.
Let's see. Would I be able, if I were to use a range attack, would I be able to hit the thing without hitting Heart?
Sure.
Alright. So I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness on this ooze or
Please
slug
don't make
like
the
thing.
pudding throw up more pudding, oh god.
Well, we'll see. I imagine it looks like the Avada Kedavra spell.
And it looks like what?
So
The
green.
Avada Kedavra spell. No.
Okay.
Just because this is a ray of sickening greenish energy. That's what the Avada Kedavra looks
Mhm.
like.
All right. Ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
And then it gets to Constitution saving throw. Go ahead and roll and see if you hit.
It's my con against its, right?
No, it's like a touch attack or a ranged attack. You should have.
Oh, you said to attack and it should roll for
You
you.
might not. Yeah. Like.
Should I just roll like a... I am blanking out. What should I roll?
Here, we can change it to the attack. I'll help you set up your macro real quick. 2d8. Poison.
My head do be empty this morning.
Done. Well, let's see if it... There you go.
So was it just the 2d8?
No. For some reason it didn't roll it to hit. Here, 1 second. Let me just take over you. No. I don't know. We'll play around with it later. Roll a 1d20 plus 8. That's definitely a hit.
Wonderful.
And then
Roll 2d8. Damn. I bet he's getting sick.
it will hit the con save. However, it does make the con save.
Wow. Good for it.
It still takes the damage, but it is not poisoned.
Oof, that's gotta hurt.
Alright, Sadie.
Oh yeah. My head do be empty this morning. Alright. So Sadie, she is going to also move closer to probably around here actually. And she's in range, so she's going to use her Death Glare.
Death Glare is likely not going to work against.
Does it not have eyes?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have eyes. It uses...
That's racist.
It uses blind sight.
Oh. Well. Oh, let me find something else then.
Probably best just to give him a slash.
Yeah. But is she in range? She has to be in range
yeah.
for that, though.
You would have to get a little bit closer for it, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plunge the black ooze and have your hands melt off. That sounds like a good.
you know,
Mm,
it might
We don't
not
wanna
be the
worry about that
best.
Alright, well then I think she only has 30 feet, so I think that's all she can move. Unless she dash, but that's her action.
Okay. Tadpole. Gosh, Tadpole is going to do the thing that Tadpole always does, which is, like,
Shadow stuff.
hit it twice.
And then
And
move
run
away.
away.
And then run away, exactly. It's only going to be
It would have.
one
would
hit,
have
because
advantage.
I always roll ones. But
Tadpole would have. Tadpole has pack tactics.
Tadpole does have pack tactics. So that would be 2 hits. The Black Ooze, on getting hit, deals 1d8 acid damage to the attacker for full 8. And either way, Tadpole still backs up. Quart.
Back it up.
Just gonna hit it with the heavy crossbow. Bam. For 13, Black Ooze is long past bloodied, but not dead. Zool, it is your turn.
I believe I'm just gonna pop the hand crossbow.
That definitely a hit. Alright.
It seems safe to just sit back.
Honestly, Sue and the other hags would probably know not to slash the Black Ooze, so I think she will just hold her turn and offer encouragement and say something. Why haven't you killed it yet?
That's all she says.
Practically. Hart, yeah, is going to go ahead and do his best. Yeah.
Gonna do his best.
And brings it down. He will take a 1d8 acid damage in return. And another 8.
So what you're telling me is that Hart needs to die now.
The
What?
thing is down, but Hart is just about bloodied.
You
Wait,
little stupid.
what?
Huh?
Well, Hart's been
Does he-
tanking for a while
does he?
now and hasn't been receiving a lot of healing.
Whisper.
That is not good.
It is not good.
But we are now out of combat.
In that case, I'll
That I, as the cleric, should heal people.
took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to go over and heal him.
It sounds like it could be a good plan, but
You know,
you,
I can't
you could
close
always
Beacon of
just
Hope for
not
some
do.
reason. There we go. And she has like no spell slots left.
Really?
She's got like 2 1s, 1 2, and 1 3 according to this.
I don't know if that's right or not.
What, the slots?
Yeah.
Well, if you, I mean, who used the last, and anyone keep track of? Because I'm just looking off the, what's on the page,
mean-
just kept track.
That's the thing. I
I
honestly
mean,
don't remember who used her
I-
last.
I used her last.
Did you?
Did you use all those spells, you piece of shit? What?
May have.
Oh, okay.
May or
See?
may not have.
It's just the barbarian.
I may or may
use
not.
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna cure
But-
wounds
but-
level 1. Actually, no, do everything level 3. Beacon of Hope. No, that's fine. We're just gonna do cure wounds level 3 to heal up heart. Or
Maybe
24
it was,
hit points.
Okay.
maybe it was a slightly bad idea to have me play the cleric last time.
Well, now we know for next time. I'm joking.
Hart does have some of his own like healing stuff in the form of potions and things like that. I have not listed all of their stuff like that. Frankly, because I don't want you all to consume them all.
We do be like that.
Where while I'm playing him, we're just gonna transfer things over.
Obviously, if there's anything I'm good at, it's consuming resources.
And for the sake of tedium, we are also going to clear out this top room so we can see where it leads as well, so we don't take time going through dead ends. Would we like to attempt to break part of the dungeon that we are in? That is the last thing that was proposed.
With these big hatch door thingies, they're all sealed, don't they?
Yes.
So if something goes wrong, like if we cracked one open in this corridor and something went wrong, we could always just seal off the door.
That is a very believable thing.
Thanks, Hart.
Thank you for the reassurance of that. It was very.
You see no reason why that would not work exactly like that.
Well, when you put it like that.
I mean, I want to find out what.
So is anybody against attempting to break open some of these pipes? Let's put it like that.
We're just gonna go with the flow. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean,
We all die horrific death.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the next question is, who is going to do it? Are we going to make Hart do it and try to brute strength it, or are we going to try to...
Maybe we should talk to the artificer who had her leg broken.
Yes.
I was
she's
just gonna
thinking
say,
about
I was just gonna say, like.
Also,
since-
why
since
were
she's
we
dead to
breaking
you,
the pipes on
why
that
don't
note?
to find out what's on the inside.
Curiosity.
I just really hope none of us are a cat.
So do you ask Sue to do it? Do you ask Sue about it? I mean, at the point where, because I imagine at some point you're discussing it, because you, as Whisper, are probably not going to break it yourself. Excuse me, you're not Whisper. You as Zool are
Sorry.
probably not going to break it yourself, Rick. So, like, I imagine you're talking it over. And Sue would certainly pipe up and suggest that that is not necessarily the best idea. She doesn't
Well-
know what it's for, but it's obviously transporting something.
And
Yeah, my plan was to ask Sue because, well, my basic guess would be she would own a ring.
She would what?
Own a range. But-
Own a
so-
ranch.
So,
I see.
so I would think, yeah, I would definitely be talking to Sue about it.
isn't something for the Robot Man's throne and he's a robot man, untold robot powers? Out of character, maybe we shouldn't break the pipe, presumably connected to the soul fountain.
Which again
Maybe
is
losers?
something that Zool would, not Zool, Jesus, Sue would suggest to you that, you know, this is obviously some part of some sort of incredibly complicated thing. Taking small actions could have some unforeseen consequences, possibly not immediate, but certainly down the line. Is this a thing we are sure we would like to do?
Yeah, let's not break stuff.
I mean, she's game as anything. She likes to find out how things work as well. But she doesn't think that taking a random section of pipe out is necessarily going to help further that understanding.
I guess we can wait, and if we have a reason to break down the pipe, we can. But until then, we should probably just leave it be then, right?
Let's leave it now. Let's leave it to be. No hanky breaky.
Yeah. Let's
For now.
move.
Okay. So what direction would we like to go into next? Obvious exits are east and east.
In the east, you
Um,
say? Oh, what about west?
420 has just what?
Oh yeah, I just got like, no, this is something else. I got like 20 messages from someone else.
East. Oh, I thought you said west.
East.
I don't know which door, but there's one that's a hallway and there's one that's not open, and I would honestly guess open the one that's not open. Anyone against that?
No, that sounds good to me. Guts doesn't see anything wrong with it.
All right, so we're just sort of gonna line up as typical, and I'm going to, you know, make things happen. Sue's gonna bring up the rear with her broken leg.
Oh my god.
We're going to reveal the entire room.
Who dat?
It's very
Oh.
similar to any of the other rooms that we've been on, except there is some sort of raised dais in the center of the room, and I realize I don't have a token on it. So we're just going to, you know, grab a random token and sort of put it right here. You can't really see anything about it from this far away, except for, you know, it itself.
Does it seem like there's any traps in the room? I guess.
It does not seem as if there are any traps in the room.
It's trapped to shit.
You know what? You know what? I might go have a closer look.
Court, however, would also sort of assist with that. And she can take a look as well. Man, her investigation is awful too.
Can I be hurt?
Imagine having a thief with an awful
I
investigation.
can hear. You're pretty quiet.
No, that's all good. As long as me heard.
Yeah. But no, it does not appear as if there are traps in the room. As you two enter into the room, you notice that there is something on this dais, however. There is a, what looks like a rapier that is made out of the same material that the rest of the dungeon is made out of, solid through. As in, there is no, like, wooden handle, no leather-wrapped handle, or anything like that. It looks like one solid chunk of this material that is in the center of the dais.
Interesting.
Yes. The old rapier and a... I mean, if I actually go up to it and investigate the dais itself instead of the room for traps, do I see anything else strange about it? Like, I don't know. Is it just a dais with a sword thingy in it?
Yeah.
Or is there anything else?
We're not looking at some sort of, at least as far as you can tell, Indiana Jones-esque trap, you know. When you take it, it doesn't click, it doesn't sink in or anything like that. It appears for all intents and purposes of just being a dais with this dagger on, rapier on there for, you know, whatever reason. As you are looking closer, you do notice that the dais itself, while the room is corrupted as other rooms have been this far into the dungeon, neither the rapier nor the dais appear to have any corruption associated with them.
Within the NPCs?
You broke out a little bit. I heard NPCs.
Identified. Does any of the NPCs have it?
None of these ones. Deus Ex Machina. I mean, Sue could probably, you know, figure it out.
Let's have her do it then.
Sure. She casts a spell, and it appears to be a vicious rapier +1. Basically, when you crit, it does extra damage. But there's nothing past it. Past that.
It's just a rapier.
Just a rapier.
Well then, I guess that leaves the question: what happens if you take it out?
Does that go along with you taking it out, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
That's both.
You take it, you give it a couple experimental slashes and stabs, and nothing ominous happens to you at all.
Nothing ominous. In all fairness, I don't know if this character uses a rapier. They have a dagger and a crossbow.
Her dagger is likely better already. I mean, there might be some debate, but it's +1, and when you roll a crit, it does an extra 2d6 piercing. But you know, her dagger is like super mega awesome crit.
Super dupers.
Well, does Guts want the rapier?
Sure,
Guts,
I'll take it.
Guts uses rapiers, right?
Yeah, I do. Sure, I'd take it. I'll love it. I love one.
I guess my plan would be to give the rapier to Guts.
Sure. But, you know, I'm not gonna say no to or anything like that.
Guts will take it graciously. I love gifts. I love gifts.
He seemed to like the skinny swords.
They do be hitting though. I do like them.
They do go poke poke.
They do go poke poke.
Alright, so we found something. Also, hey to 420. Obviously, we are down in the dungeon right now. Would you like to take over a character? Right now we have open Heart and Court. Zool is dead to me. I mean, not Zool, Sue. They're right next to each other. Look.
Oh, I might shortly. My alarm didn't go off. Or
Yeah, no
not
worries.
that I heard. So I've still got coffee.
Gotcha. Alright,
Has
so
anything interesting happened? Just so
We
okay,
killed
I
slime.
realise we haven't done Shmuel.
not a ton at this point. We've had a very minor fight, and we have just found a magical item on a dais in the middle of an empty room that we have purloined.
That seems
so it's-
extremely suspicious, Matt.
At some point, we were going to break some of the pipes and see what comes out, but Sue and, I don't know, somebody else, has sort of counseled against that. And we've just explored a couple other rooms, and that's about it.
Cool.
And speaking of, where would we like to go next? I'm just gonna shuffle everybody into this room. Bloop.
Does someone want to take one door and like I'll take the other? Maybe?
Maybe with these big doors that are heavy and things, we should only open one at a
Maybe. I do think that one person, maybe two people per door. Maybe Hart and I don't know, Sadie can take the other one.
Sadie has no
Okay.
problem at least covering the other door. I mean, it seems like there's some question about whether we should open both at the same time.
No, one at a time. One at a time.
But you know, ironically, we open the door, and they both sort of lead to the same place.
Oh. Okay.
But I like the preparedness.
Gotta think ahead.
Yeah.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Exactly.
Alrighty. So we can all step through.
Mm-hmm. And now, I imagine as well that unless somebody says something differently, for the most part, Hart, Court, Zool are sort of going ahead, scouting for traps and all that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Yeah,
I just walk right in. It's fine.
for the most part, I'm not going to be a jerk and, make you say it. Unless I have a really nasty trap and then you're going to get angry at me. Opening the next door, presumably?
Yes.
Because, why not?
God, I kind of wanted to stare at it for a little bit longer, but yeah, we'll eventually.
Yeah. Whoops.
Whoops, indeed.
Alright, so Hart opens the door. And of course, as I mentioned before, they're all sort of rotted and not rotted, corroded and whatnot. I would like an insight check from everyone when the door is opened. And unfortunately, I'm going to get some more coffee.
Jesus.
I'll be right back.
INC nut.
Yay!
Alright, so do I die with critical fact?
Dory, whisper says all.
I don't see shit.
Like, does someone want to give me advantage to turn my crit fail into a crit success?
Yeah, sure. I'll hum a bit. I'm doing a little hum.
To be honest, it's not really overly important, since Whisper does see all from the completely wrong room.
But maybe Whisper doesn't tell you.
Maybe.
How corporeal is Whisper? Like, could she just float through walls and shit? Not have to worry about this.
No, she's got some mess, remember?
Alright. Let's see, what did we get? Ooh, we got a 21. Something is not right about the next room before we even go into it. There is a sense of danger about the room in some sort of gut feeling that you happen to have. It's not, you can't exactly say why, but there's certainly something there about it. You're gonna voice the bats and the Bat Queen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a squeaking noise, but
Yeah.
the Bat Queen actually talks.
Okay. gotta practice your voices. Sorry.
Okay, can anyone, like, can we get a feel for what it is, or do we just know something's wrong?
It's just this sense of danger that Whisper happens to have. Somewhere back down the line. You know, you open the door and all of a sudden it's like a wave. It's a pressure almost. A feeling of things are not good right here.
Love that for us. Well, I guess all we can do is press forward, right? Maybe try and be cautious,
Maybe.
scatter as soon as we enter the room. Or stay close together.
Can anyone detect magic again?
Let me see what I have. I think I might have it.
Probably a ton of people can detect magic. I'm not entirely sure.
On that note, are you saying it's real? Can we see these things, or can we not see these things?
What? You guys can see those things?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
not on the GM layer.
Did-
We see all the gelatinous.
They definitely are on the GM layer. What
No,
the
they're not. We don't
heck?
see
We can see them.
They're on the GM layer. Oh my god.
Let's not go into that room.
Oh my god. We were on the map layer. What BS shenanigans. I quit.
It's actually pretty
TM,
great, though.
guys.
God bless it.
Quick, this is when you just change their stats to, like, dragons or something.
Ah.
So the joke is he's pretending that was a mistake, but really there's
Hey.
like 3 times more. There's like 3 times that many still on the GM layer that he can pop off.
Oh, well, mother effer.
We avoid the gelatinous cubes.
F in the chat,
See,
boys. F in the chat.
God damn it.
Rip.
Regardless, heart presses through. Ugh. It is possibly engulfed by the gelatinous cube. Jesus.
well then.
That's frustrating.
I can imagine.
Look, I was playing it up and everything. I mean, you guys
We
were
won.
good sports for not being like,
won,
oh, these
boy."
gelatinous cubes until like the very end. But
We won. We
Jesus.
saved the city.
Alright, well, I mean, there is still a chance that he does not get engulfed. It's still a deck save, but it is at disadvantage.
Rip heart.
Rip heart.
Listen, pepperoni.
He takes 3d6 acid, for which...
Just if he does, let's make sure we get his flag.
There is not...
Why did he walk first if we knew the slimes were there?
Because
Let's see,
Wait,
we
stop.
didn't.
Stop trying to kill the NPCs.
I have to kill at least one of them.
it wasn't me. Just because they're on his weaponry doesn't mean I'm trying.
And takes a hit. Everyone roll for initiative, if you please.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Guys, there might be cubes in this. Be careful.
I've got a bad
Initiative.
feeling about this room.
Initiative negative. Guys, this room just doesn't feel right.
Maybe we should avoid this room, guys.
Jesus. Where the heck is Quart? There she is.
Now it's the guy that's like, well, this room doesn't feel alright. Well, I'll just walk in.
Ugh.
No one said he was smart.
All right, starting with Quart.
He gets eaten, that's his problem.
mad. Alright, the thing that Quart would likely do with her pitiful strength is just move forward and throw some crossbow
Like,
bolts
it's my
at it.
time.
Huh?
Her walks in, it's like, it's my time.
It's my time to shine.
Ugh. Tadpole. And Tadpole could easily save, but would Tadpole easily save? If nothing else, I think Tadpole would do her attacky thing, which is a hit, and then a runaway. Whisper.
Don't go in there. Can I move past everybody up here?
Yes.
Yeah,
Especially
I
as
don't-
Whisper.
You're
Yeah, right. She can see him still, so yeah, it's her turn. Sorry guys, the cubes can't come in here. Sound like they're amorphous or anything.
The second cube would shuffle forward. Really, that's all it can do.
Shuffle, shuffle.
Zool.
Yeah, it.
I don't know if you can
Kinda
grab
looks
him
a
out
little-
either. The next thing I'm
It kinda
curious
looks
about,
cool.
because this is the first time using the straight tokens, can you see their health bars too?
No, I can't see any health
That's
bars.
whoever owns the token. You have
Okay.
to click. You can make it visible though if you want to.
Well, I mean, if you can't see it, then there's, no worries. Okay, yeah, it's by default. I see. Fair enough.
I'm not very strong, so I don't think I'm actually going to try and rip heart out.
Yeah.
Zol's not very strong, but I will take a shot with the hand crossbow, and then try and stay out of the way.
Definitely a hit. It's
That's
way
a very
past
big one.
bloodied at this point. Or whatever, the gelatinous cube equivalent is. Let's see. Heart. I gotta see when it's on his turn that he takes damage or not. At the start of each of the cubes' turn. Okay. Heart will attempt to escape from the cube. It is a DC 12 strength check. He has escaped from the cube. He can go 5 foot in any direction. He chooses to go 5 feet into the next cube. I'm just kidding.
Alright.
I didn't really want to kill him.
Imagine if he just went back and forth through cubes
To
and
take cubes that he can barely see. But that is his turn. But he's no longer dying. Sue Fishbone. Not a ton she can do right here. I guess she can 5, 10, 15, 20 sort of press forward to be in the same spot as Tadpole. But that's about it. The cube.
The cube. The cube.
Resistance is futile.
Hmm.
Did you know that gelatinous cubes are not amorphous, so cannot shrink down?
Really?
Really? So it will attempt to attack with its pseudopod. And it will fail. Cheeky
Is that
Sadie. Sorry, I hit the mic. That's you, Guts.
Oh, yeah.
You, Sadie.
Alright, so would Sadie be able to maneuver around everyone to get closer to the front?
Yes.
Just gonna probably have to go around to where Whisper is. I don't really think there's much you can do outside of that.
Yeah, and you can just move her off to the side. Yep.
Mm,
All right, Guts. It is your turn proper.
Wonderful. Can I dash in close quarters?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try and get up to where Heart is. Oh,
You can get there without dashing.
yeah, I was about to say, Alright. So, I think that's okay. I'm not actually familiar with how gelatinous cubes as a monster works. Like, if I were to shoot it with a crossbow, would that hurt it? Or is it just going to absorb it?
No, that would hurt it. It has already
Okay.
been hit by crossbows.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah.
My head do be empty. I'm sorry. All right, I'll take out the crossbow, lock and load it, and try and hit it
Knock and load.
The one-
That's a hit.
right in front of Heart.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Do you think the slime or gelatinous cube version of Bloodied would be like melting?
I do.
That's racist.
just half liquid, like under gelatin.
Court up at the top. Court will
Quarter it up.
take a shot.
Oh.
Take a big shot, actually. She would not have advantage, however, so she doesn't quite kill it. Tadpole would... Does Tadpole have any range? He's
Good
got
question.
a wand of magic missiles. He's
What?
also got a short bow. He does. We're just going to shoot it with a short bow. And that is enough to
Ooh, that
kill
is
the first one that is right ahead of it. Alright, Whisper.
Whisper.
Now, since she shouldn't be other people's space since she's a shadow, right?
Yes.
It's kind of a...
Mhm.
Okay. Come up, she's gonna be Guts Shadow. She wraps around Skeleton.
Ugh.
And,
I love that.
Sacred Flame. That one.
Okay, so a dexterity save from a gelatinous cube.
Her DC is really low. Was that right? It's the spell save DC in the page is 16. Why does that say 11?
I'm not sure. I mean, it fails either way. Is Sacred Flame one of those weird ones where it's just a set DC until it levels? Sacred.
I think so. That does more damage though. What's the little 7s? That's 2d8, and that's rolled 2d. Oh, I rolled a 1. That... I don't always roll 1s, but I do. It's always for a cantrip. Mhm.
Alright, the next gelatinous cube is going to attack Hart. He's gonna miss. Zool. As Rick.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Starring Rick as.
Um, is there enough space in the doorway to like pop in, do an attack, and then pop back out? Or is that all blocked up?
You could. Zool doesn't have mobility, so she would take an attack back.
Yeah. I think I'll just aim at this one with the hand crossbow.
Okay. No, that one will be at disadvantage because, crazy cover. But either way, that's a hit. Heart, going to do the slashing thing, or not the slashing thing, but the smacking thing.
Smack.
Heart hits pretty hard. Does that hit? That does hit. Gelatinous cubes have horrible AC. Sue. Not a lot Sue can do. Sue's probably not super interested in running into that, so Sue will just pass.
She's fine.
She's fine.
I'm gonna have to like equip out these hags or something at some point. Give them some range. Sadie.
The Hagomatic
Alright.
2000 for all your hag shooting needs.
Sadie is going to. I don't know if she has any ranged attack outside of the death glare.
She doesn't.
Alright, well, she'll just stay there for now. I don't want her touching it.
Alright.
Touching.
You can't be in the same 5 foot as, like, Heart. Like, with Tadpole, it's fine. With Whisper, it's fine, because they're small, but...
And they can fit inside you.
Well,
Yeah, just imagine her just clambering on top of them. Where should I move her then? Probably... If she can't do anything, or if she's too big,
she
she
can't
should
really
probably
do
just
a
stay
lot.
where
Like,
she
you
was.
can pull her on back, honestly. Like, the hags are, you know...
Yeah.
And Guts. You.
Alright, I'm gonna... Once again... I'll probably just stay where I am. Would I be... Or... If I move... Can I move to where, like, kind of in the same space as her? Kind of in the doorway?
Like, you can move through, but you can't, like... take an attack from there, really.
Yeah. Would I be able to move, like, through the doorway and then move back? After my attack, or...
Yes, but you would be taking a tax opportunity.
I wonder. Out of curiosity, is this... I'll move right here, and then I'm going to shoot my crossbow at the one to the left of me. If I can figure out how to work my character sheet.
That's a hit. Are you gonna stay there, or are you gonna try to pull it back?
Yeah.
Become one with the cube.
fine.
Take it over.
Yeah, I do not want to do that. So I'll take the attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Really, it's just the one, but either way. Misses you anyway.
Yeah, that does not hit.
Alright, Gelatinous Cube is going to try to move forward and move around and attack Heart. Gonna miss. That one's gonna sit there and be gelatinous, and this one is going to sit there and be gelatinous. Quart. Going to crossbow the one in front. Gonna hit because they have awful AC. Not a bad hit, Tadpole. Gonna do the Tadpole thing.
The tadpole thing. The tadpole.
Which this time is going to be the double short bow, the pow pow.
Pew pew.
Pew pew, I suppose. Again, the one in front. A whisper, or whisper.
A whisper.
Whisper.
Oh, I forgot that was me. Shit.
No, it's alright.
You see, Adrian as
should have
Whisper.
had it.
So Heart's getting eaten. There's another cube, I assume. We haven't put salt on them for some reason. She has no attack spells besides Spiritual Weapon and Sacred Flame, it looks like. So Sacred Flame.
Her basic attack is a ranged attack as well.
Oh, I'm looking into a spell sheet. What is it?
I actually
Spectral
don't have
Dart?
her- Yes.
She injured?
She is not likely injured.
Okay, so her current hit points say 63, but it's no hit point maximum. Is there a maximum 63?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna fix that then. But, I'll Spectral Dart. I didn't know she had
Yeah, no worries.
9 damage.
Alright, Gelatinous Cube going to hit Heart, or at least attempt to. That is a fail. Azul. I'm imagining more crossbows.
No, I've remembered an ability I have. So I'm gonna quickly pop forward. Stab this one here.
Like, you can't make an attack from the same one as square as a person. You can move through, but you can't make an attack on it. Unless you're, like, small or weird, like, you know, Whisper. You can yell at Heart to push through.
I suppose, I don't really want Heart to push through, so I suppose since there's no extra space, I will just... I'll take the same one, but with crap.
Hit.
Do I have advantage, or is it just terrible?
No, like, Gelatinous Cubes are, like, big and terrible.
The big squares of shooting a bomb.
Basically. Like, that's the reason why they're only, like, CR, 2. Like, they hit hard as trucks, but they're really easy to get hit. Heart. Gonna do heart things. Against the one in front.
Ooh.
Again, Heart hits like a truck, puts one
He
down.
is a truck. Look at his abs. You seen his abs, Grim?
I have seen his abs.
What? Heart has a crit range of 17.
Yes. Basically, instead of the ability to mitigate damage, he has the ability to deal more damage through criticals. Like, he cannot rage, which is very atypical of a barbarian, and does not get resistance, but, he has a much better crit range. Sue, is she going to press forward? Now's her opportunity to get in there. She's not, by the way. She's just going to sort of sit in the back. As is Sadie. And over to Guts.
Alrighty. I'll use the same strategy as last time. I'll take a pot shot at... It's still at the one at the left.
Okay.
And let me see if I can do anything as a bonus.
That's a hit.
Oh, really? Alrighty. And then I'll move back. And we'll see what he does.
Remember, Guts, you can overpower your magic with soul power.
Oh, that too.
Power.
Cast
That
a
too, but I don't know if I
20d6 attack. Do it.
I do not know if gelatinous cubes are the thing to do it against. I will be back in 30 seconds. Have to use the restroom.
That's with all the coffee you drink. And I realized I haven't used anything from the new college I'm in.
Yeah, you just made it. What'd you just attack with?
Crossbow.
Stab one of them. Use your psychic blades. It's like 2d something damage at least.
Yeah. Let me look it over again.
I'm trying to
Oh wait,
actually
I always
mod.
forget I.
Any of you have Bethesda games? No, you have to mod. When you mod them, some shit just breaks weirdly sometimes. You spend like an hour fixing it, and it's something least. I'm
Yeah.
trying to do that while I'm waiting to go. Because I wanted to play Fall New Vegas again because I was playing a roleplay server on another game and it was cool. So I'm like, oh, I'll play this again. I haven't played it. My LOD is glitched out. The long-term distance and stuff, everything's got blocky textures. It's weird as shit. I can't find any Google things for it. Grim, how do I fix this?
Fix.
Exactly.
Oh. Glad I could help. Alright, so Guts, you do take a reaction. Area attack, which
That does not hit.
likely misses. Gelatinous Cube 3 going to move forward.
By the way, I forgot to mention it or even ask. The, that frickin', what's it called? Book. The book came out recently, last book. The Critical Role book, the official one.
Okay.
We can use spells from that, right?
I haven't read it, but it's official, so I don't really see why not, right?
I can't find my copy. What the hell would it go?
Tadpole gonna again short bow twice. First one, or the one in front, is super bloodied at this point.
Hey. It's melted.
Hey. And Whisper, it is your turn.
Actual dirt.
I'm going to make a place for my cricket. I call it Cricket.
+7s for the win.
How's your cricket doing?
She does not do a lot of damage.
Really likes to climb the wall.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how I'm going to get him into Cricket Land once it's done.
It might be something tough to do.
I'm going to maybe like open it and then like face it downward, so like for him to just like jump in.
Yeah, can't hit Heart to save our lives. It is Zul's turn.
Well. What do we have here? A crossbow.
A crossbow. Definitely hit.
If I die, I want to be a time mage from Wildermont.
Who doesn't want to be a time mage?
There's also Echo Knights, which is interesting.
Alright's tired of these shenanigans. Kills the thing. Moves forward into the room. Says, get in here, we can finish them all off. Wild Sue. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gonna do the same. Gonna take an attack of opportunity. Oh, not gonna take an attack of
There's
opportunity.
a spell that lets you basically make a limited temporary rod of immovable rod. There we go.
Interesting. Sadie.
Alright,
Also, wrist pockets is a ritual.
Wrist pockets?
Then I think Scanlan had it as a cantrip, but in this, it's a second level ritual spell. It costs an action to cast. It just has somatic components. It lasts up to an hour of concentration. But basically, you can flick your wrist. You cause one object in your hand to vanish. It can be, you can only be holding it. It can weigh no more 5 pounds. It's in an extra dimensional space, like that card trick, you know, when like magicians like flick cards out of their sleeve, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's magic.
Hmm.
Plus 5 pounds. It gives you a decent variety. You can keep like a potion or a key to something, like a skeleton key or a lockpick in there. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah. It's concentration still, so.
Right.
I was thinking a bomb would be less than 5 pounds, a grenade. A lot of things are less than 5 pounds.
Okay. Guts, your turn then.
Alright, well, I am going to once again move up, and I would like to actually try something from the college I took when I switched over. I would like to try the ability I have called Psychic Blades. So, let me type it in the chat.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stab this gelatinous cube with my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
And do a little swish and flick.
That's a hit.
Alright. And then I'm going to use one of my Bardic Inspiration to deal an additional 2d6 psychic damage.
Guts can now backhand Rick and do permanent damage.
My, how the tables have turned. And you gotta hit the... Yeah.
Surprisingly, the first thing that Rick's afraid of is...
Is what?
The first thing that could actually take Rick down is Gat.
Well, the first thing that actually take Rick down was me.
Alright, the gelatinous cube is going to attempt to engulf Sadie.
I mean, I bet you could,
Okay,
but I haven't
just
seen
a
it
minute,
in
really.
time.
Looks like I don't have psychic spells. Plus, I have hold person. If you get
Okay.
hit by that thing, which is like a wisdom or save, then I can shot the skeleton and speed you up with like guaranteed critical.
Yeah. I'll bet.
Sadie's gonna go out
But if I-
the other side. Or rather 5 feet. I will be back in just a minute. Maybe 5 minutes. I have to make my daughter a real quick lunch type thing.
Take your time. Make her a feast.
We'll see.
Grilled cheese.
See, Rick under hold person.
You
being
see,
attacked by the
you make-
skeletons.
You make fun of grilled cheese, but as an adult, imagine all the cheeses you could put in there, the good bread you can get, maybe some like
Who said I'm
seasoning,
making
some
fun of
bacon.
it? I'm not making fun of it. I like grilled cheese. I only really like it with like pepper jack.
I can see through the wall because it's not loaded yet. What the fuck, Fallout? I have texture mods too, and I keep relaunching the game, but they doesn't look like they're in effect. 'Cause the ground doesn't look better. The models look better. I have the models working in the armors, but the textures isn't changing. Something's overriding them. I'm not happy with.
Wait, what are you playing?
Trying to get Fallout New Vegas to work again, because as I was saying, I was playing something that made me want to play it, so I'm trying to, reinstalled it. Some of my favorite mods got taken down because of random reasons that were, I don't know. Thankfully, some people actually have backups of stuff, and I was able to find a copy. Oh, this mod copied something from this mod, and the original author isn't around anymore to give credit to it or whatever, blah blah blah. So we're taking it down because we don't want stealing. Like, dude, who cares? It was dead.
In all fairness, like the Nexus mods, like they do offer you options to donate to mod creators, but mod creators actually usually don't make any money for the work they do, and they do.
Oh yeah,
really
and
good work.
the donate thing was only after all the paid mod scandals happened.
Yeah,
Realistically.
because basically the only reason they did introduce a fucking payment option was because all of the modders were like, alright, we'll take our fucking content off your website and go somewhere where we can actually make $1 for our.
On another note, at the very least, if you're a decent modder and you make good shit like the Some Guy series stuff, or you can use this as a job profile basically. That guy made a Skyrim DLC mod to get a job at Bethesda, and last time we checked, he probably the one that did all the bad writing for Fallout 4, because honestly, I don't think he was that good of a modder.
I can't believe
Mod-
that the Fallout
gotta
4
say-
intro was not Ron Perlman.
On another note, alright, is it not?
It's not him, it's some young dude.
Is it the voice actor of the PC maybe? That's what it is.
Oh, I don't know.
It changes, I think. But
War has
Fallout
changed.
4, the Nuka World was okay in terms of content, but the writing was bad.
What, for New
Fallout
Vegas?
3 writing. No, in Fallout 4.
Oh.
For Harbor, which much like Far Point from Fallout 3, had good writing, had good mechanics, had good characters and development, actually had skill checks and shit. It was a great mod. Whoever did Far Harbor should be leading Bethesda. They know how to do their job.
Yeah, but I feel like a
Well,
lot
they
of
took
modders
away-
can't
You have to retitle this
make games.
Alright.
Well, they took
I feel like a lot
away.
of modders can't make games, and they're just alter
Fallout's
games
the
that have already been
discussion.
made.
Well, they took
Oh,
away the
76
dialogue too,
somehow
because
is
I think they're
better
too stupid to
dialogue.
handle all the choices.
Literally, the worst Fallout game is better dialogue now than Fallout 4 because they actually tried to do it this.
That's the wrong person. Alright, Tadpole is going to come in, do Tadpole things. Like attack and attack, and then dash out.
That's racist. Do you think Cobalt's going to run wall?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, man.
Whoops. I'm going to go on the same spot as Whisper. And Whisper, it's your turn.
Yeah. And,
You get one attack of opportunity against you.
oh no, that doesn't hit. 7 damage.
To which
Yep.
one? Okay. Alright. The gelatinous cube with good is going to try to engulf heart and guts. So that
Alright.
is a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
Let's see.
And then you can move 5 feet in any direction if you are not eaten.
Eaten what?
So, boop, you're not eaten.
Boop.
Zool, your turn.
Alright. Now, I can come up here. And I can give him one of these little stabby.
Give him the
Little
clap.
stabby stab.
That's a hit. Exactly enough to bring it down.
Yay.
Making the walls higher in Cricket Land
Okay.
by getting tape and lifting up the flaps and then taping them up to make the walls higher.
Well, the problem is, kiddo, is that crickets can walk up the walls. Yeah,
Racist with cricket now? Scream, what the hell?
I know. It's tough. We captured a cricket that was in our house the other day, and now it is her pet.
So, was it crickets or grasshoppers that are good luck in China or something?
Crickets. It's not even that kind of cricket. This is like one of those disgusting cave crickets.
Ew.
Yeah.
See, he races towards crickets.
All right, Heart's going
I
to
don't-
shift over. Give him the attack. It
Are we
is-
gonna like the real Welshar down here and some Wizard of Oz type shit?
What?
Do not look
Wild Sue, it's
behind
your
the
turn.
Build the plot, guys.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Grim's reaction to that totally tells me that that might just happen, though.
Like, there's nothing worse than when you try to do something like created and off the wall, and it's been done 1,000,000 times before, and it's instantly guessed.
Guys, I beat the game.
Are you serious?
No, I didn't actually plan that. But, I mean, you guys have done a lot of that thing before.
I was going to say, we have done it quite a bit. It's not even like you going for cliches or anything like that. It's just you get a feel
We're
for things
really-
after a while.
Well, to be fair, I do go for a lot of cliches as well.
Oh, you
I
got
don't know
it
about that.
sometimes though. But yeah, I haven't. It's not so bad enough that I've noticed anything.
All right, Sue is enough to finish off the last of the gelatinous cubes. You guys sort of look around, and it's really not tough to see those things, because, you know, gelatinous cubes are sort of different from other slimy type enemies, and the fact that they don't really corrode things, they just eat flesh. There's a lot of stuff sort of scattered around. The most important looking, there is some sort of spear and some sort of amulet as well. You look around, and while there is no dais here in this room, there is evidence of where there was one once upon a time. But it's been sort of smashed and destroyed, like almost completely. It looks like at some point it was smashed. There was something else in this room, and it was corroded. So there's just sort of like pieces of it left.
Did you kill me?
We have not killed you.
Yes.
Do you to gelatinous cube?
You did mess my huge blunder, where I had a room full of gelatinous cubes that I thought were on the GM layer, but were on the map layer. So...
As a guy that DMs occasionally on Roll20, I completely feel your pain.
Yeah. And, like, everybody was being real straight with it, too, until someone asked, well, what about these guys right here? And I was like, oh.
You should have just said, what guys? I don't see them.
But yes, remnants of a smashed dais. It's not too much of a stretch to suppose that the spear and the amulet were either on the dais or were remnants of something else that had come through, and the cubes had eaten.
Please re-say that.
Again, there is a...
Just the last word. Just the last word.
Aten? Look, yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta be flavorful with your language.
What did I said a second.
I didn't hear a word you just said, Adrian.
So I was trying to see if someone was knocking on my door or something, but I don't think they were.
Mm.
What is this? Like last minute.
Um,
I would like to take further inspection of said spear and necklace, but I'm downstairs having a smoke at the moment, so I can't roll.
Sure. Without, again, casting magic on the spear, although, you know, at the same time, I have no issue
You know
with
the cat's right there?
Worthless Sue doing it the same.
Yeah.
It looks exactly the same that the rapier looked like. You know, it's sort of a solid metal spear. It is uncorroded, but it doesn't have any other, like on a normal
sitting on my
steer,
floor
you know,
the other
you'd
day.
have a wooden shaft or something like this. This looks like it's all one metal piece. The amulet, however, looks more like just a regular amulet. It's out of some sort of either
It's
gold
probably-
or rose gold material, something like that.
Does it look expensive?
Huh?
It looks pretty expensive.
Definitely gonna load it then.
All right.
What about the amulet? Though? There's an amulet.
Yes.
I know I've been pretty quiet for this session, like even after I joined, but hey, maybe not loot all of the artifact weapons from the big scary guy that can probably just, like, Thanos snap us out of existence.
So far,
I mean-
they've just been weapons.
He might have, like, GPS on them or something like that.
Did identify the first one. I think would have shown that if that was true.
The question is, does he even know this is here? It's not like he's gonna fit.
Like, yeah, it's not like you get down here.
I mean, you think he can't, like, Misty Step or something like that? Some form of teleportation or quick movement? Or, you know, incorporeal movement?
Oh God, Missy Step. My golem is Missy Stepping.
Crim's just like, time to give everything Misty.
I may have keep forgetting that we're possibly stealing off.
Yeah, you forgot this isn't some, like, ancient, deep, dark crypt or something like that. Like, no, this has living things just above us. I mean, for all we know, he might just have people come down here and tend to it every now and then as well.
Just one of the doors leads just straight into the castle.
Not even like stairs taking you back up or anything, just completely breaks space and time and everything. Just, it opens on the same level underground into one of the top floors of the castle.
Magic dimensional doorway that takes you into.
We're in his bedroom, because let's face it, does he need to sleep?
Sorry, charging station.
Yeah, we've just walked past 2 soul forges.
So, are we picking up the stuff, or are we?
Well, do we identify the amulet?
We have not identified it yet. No.
Can
Can we? Yeah. Although Sue is getting a little low on those identification stuff.
you can't do it as a ritual?
You probably can if you're going to take that long. What you have here is an amulet of health, and also what you have here is a +1 vicious spear, which is
What was-
increased crit damage.
What was the amulet again?
Amulet of
I
health increases Constitution to 19 while wearing it.
Damn.
Yeah, need to not be taking all of this stuff, I think.
How useful that'd be, though. Especially for Rick or me.
Oh shit, yeah, like, there's no two ways about that. Still not a good idea to just take everything, though.
Janie, they wanted to break the pipes open early. I don't think you can't comprehend their decision process.
Yeah. Don't tell them that we're us trying to break the pipes open.
No, I knew that. Grim said that after I'd turned up at one.
Oh no.
Sue
I
counseled
was
against
thinking-
it.
I love
was-
I'm an NPC at the moment, but goddamn.
Yeah, once Grim counseled against it, I thought of being like, okay, I'll take control of Sue. I take apart the pipes.
I break the pipes.
Ugh.
I was like, I'm gonna ask Sue if she can help, because she probably owns a wrench or something. And then Sue's like, maybe don't do that. And it's like, oh.
So I assume we found some loot that we're not quite sure what it is. Is that what I'm understanding?
Found a vicious +1 rapier, a vicious +1 spear, and an amulet of health. Before Tony's like, maybe we shouldn't loot Wellshaw's stuff. But then they're like,
Yeah.
to even know it's here, he can't even fit down here. He's too big.
I
To
tend
be
to
fair,
agree that we should
it's-
just loot it all.
Yeah, and to be fair, you've taken one piece, might as well take it all.
Might help
Mhm.
against. Oh no.
One or three
Well-
doesn't really make much difference.
While we're at it, how about we crack open those pipes?
Crack open a cold pipe for the boys. That has way worse connotations in New Zealand.
Connotations, what could you be talking about? I have no idea what you mean at all.
Something we can't talk about on YouTube.
You guys like plumbing over there?
We play a lot of Mario.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Lots
love you.
of Mario.
Rugby's not our national sport. Mario Super Bros is.
Not Smash Bros. What?
Much like
Well, let's put these
StarCraft
things in.
3.
We're not Korean.
We could put them in my bag of holding. It's in a different dimension. He won't ever know that they're missing.
That would help. Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably still know they're missing, but he can't just.
You just
be
won't know
like,
that we
hey,
have
look,
I mean, realistically,
there
the
it might be
interdimensional
now.
isn't here yet, so
Well, if they're in something like a bag of holding, it means that, you know, if he has a linking or something, or some
would-
kind
that
of
would
spell that can
sounds
summon.
pretty straight up.
Because I mean, we could be just taking his personal weapons.
But
It's
how? You can't
pretty
get down
funny.
here, and you can just fist people.
Like I said, he would probably have some form of like movement without having to actually move.
Well, I hold open the bag of holding. Go ahead, drop them in.
Like I said, you might as well take them. At the end of the day, 1 or 3, it doesn't make much difference.
That's right.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. By the way, this room south of us, is this with this blue thing? Is that something that we already encountered?
That's where we got the rapier from. It
Got
wasn't a sword and a stone. It was a rapier.
Have you guys been checking for secret doors?
Yes, but no.
Yes, but also no.
We've been looking for trap.
Okay.
They've been doing investigation rolls, so yes.
All right, I'm back. So we're grabbing the stuff, tossing it in the bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
Opening the secret door.
Bad news. There is no secret door. However, presumably we are continuing on. And what we are down, or looking down to, is an incredibly long hallway. Do we go down said incredibly long hallway?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Are there any traps in incredibly long hallway?
Nope.
Or secret doors.
Thus far, there have been no traps whatsoever.
How's about secret doors?
None.
Alright, let's walk down an incredibly long hallway.
So, as we're taking steps down into said incredibly long hallway, we're getting a feeling of dread that's going through. Very similar to sort of the feeling that we were getting when we were opening up the room with the whatchamacallits? Jeez.
Gelatinous cube.
Thank you. But
More
something,
gelatinous cubes?
something
time-
much,
Right layer.
much worse. Something as we continue on is wrong. Very wrong. The air is getting thick. It's very heavy. It's starting to get harder to breathe the further on we go.
COVID.
I'm cricket in Cricket Land.
You have a sudden fever of about 104.
Found the COVID slime.
You
Ah,
got
shit.
the corona. I diagnosed you with corona.
Even gut it's being a skeleton and all.
Yeah, I'm immune.
Oh,
I
you know.
diagnosed guts with the antibiotic.
I'm already dead.
It seems to be coming from this western direction, from down here. Whatever's down there, this, rather, those gelatinous cubes were probably not the issue, probably not the feeling of dread that we were feeling. It's whatever is from the west that we were feeling this uneasy feeling from.
Can I take a peep around that corner into the room
We can.
up to the top here?
Yep.
Just to have a look before we.
For some reason,
Red died. It was pure psychic damage.
however, I cannot reveal for... Here we go.
Trying to be real sneaky about it just in case.
It's an empty room.
Is it? Perception check.
What is it?
Sure appears to be an empty room.
Perception check.
Yeah. I'll throw a perception out. If I can do perception.
You notice that the
Pretty
room
empty.
is outstandingly empty.
Outstandingly empty.
I feel like that usually means it's not.
I was outstandingly clean. It means things cleaning it, like it oozes.
Well, it's
slime.
not clean.
Oh,
It's
just
just
clear.
empty.
so it's just clear. Okay.
Do we go towards an overwhelming sense of dread?
Are you talking about this one here
Or-
or this direction here?
This one here is empty.
Okay.
This direction here, as in like this door, is our sense of impending doom, our thickness, our heaviness, or just a general bad time.
Well, let's go here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fresh-ish. Let's take on the heavy stuff. Let's do the heavy lifting first,
Uh,
or not.
I mean, you can. Heart's about 40 points down.
What's that?
Heart is about 40 points down.
Oh,
I
shall we
would
take a
say-
short rest? Should we take a short rest and let people get some hit points back?
You can spend as many hit dice as you want in a short rest day. You just get only half of it back in a long rest, isn't it?
I didn't quite hear what you said.
With short rests and hit dice, you can spend as many as you want.
Yeah, up to
You just
your
get-
like maximum hit die.
And then you only get half of your maximum back on a long rest.
Yes.
Well,
Actually, a long rest is all hit points. But you know, long
let's
rest
go ahead
is
and take a short rest.
quite a while.
Let's take a short rest and get some hit points back.
I can also use healing word or cure wounds for heart.
Does any of the NPCs have healing potions that aren't written down?
Heart does, but he would try to.
Ration them.
I mean, you know, there's no like mechanically or non-mechanically way to say he would see what he can heal up from the rest before he would dip into them. So, you know, I have to say it mechanically.
Yeah, why
I
don't
can
we?
also heal them too.
Well, I'd rather you save your healing spells too.
Yeah.
Let's take a just a short rest, not a long rest, just a short rest. Let's get some hit points back and then continue on.
Okay, well, there's probably going to be a couple of rolls for Heart as he tries to heal up. Let's see what happens when we hit this button. Does that add? It does add. Wow. He might as well go for the third as well. Yeah, he's in pretty good shape. Does anybody else want to go ahead and... I believe that... He's really the only one that's taken anything?
Yeah.
One of the hags took a hit, but that's about it.
Where's Sham?
Okay.
We might as well roll something for her. Whoops.
Whoops.
I don't think there's any easy way for me to do that.
So far, the cricket hasn't left Cricket Land. I wish I had a camera because I would put that it so I can see the box and have an app on my tablet so I can look at it so that I can watch.
You've got marker on your face.
So I would
My
look, so I
computer's
can
just
look at my
dying
tablet to
of
see if
that.
he's still there.
Ah,
So far, he's stayed in Cricket Land.
okay.
And the more crickets I get, and when I catch crickets, they're all gonna go in Cricket Land.
Gotcha.
They're all gonna go in Cricket Land.
Cricket Land. Alright, so we would like to head through the doors?
Yes.
Alright.
Sure.
We open them, and there is a demon.
Oh,
Yay.
maybe we can talk with it.
It's sort of formless. It's dripping. It looks like some sort of made up of a type of wax, almost as if it were constantly melting. It's not exactly an ooze or a pudding or something like that, but it's very similar. We're just gonna sort of
Okay.
move tokens.
That's cool. Touch it. Susan the wall again. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's aware of us since we could not quietly open it.
Yes, it is certainly aware of you. It turns and it gives you all sort of a stare. And it speaks. And it's sort of a disgusting, sort of bubbly sound, but unfortunately I just cleared my throat without thinking about it.
Ew.
Sounds like a little girl.
It simply bids you hello. Come in.
Don't win. It's creepy.
Like, alright, let's just turn around.
I'll stride in.
Oh,
Well, I'll walk in, but I can't do anything right now because my computer's
Does tadpole get dissolved instantly?
The tadpole does not get dissolved instantly.
Shame.
alright.
What are you doing here?
Looting.
Sort of certainly takes it aback. Oh.
Well, at least she's honest.
And what things have you found so far?
Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Why do you want them?
Some gelatinous cubes. A couple gold pieces.
Oh, that's not what I mean. And I think you know that. What of the weapons? Which ones have you found?
Weapons are for
What weapon? What weapon?
Y'all are awful liars.
who wants to know?
I do.
And who
And
might
who-
you be?
Me, my name is irrelevant.
Yes.
To properly pronounce it, I would have to rip out your tongues.
Don't worry, I'm sure some of us speak Abyssal.
Are the rest of you coming in the room?
Yeah, I'll walk in.
Hart would certainly come in the room as well. Like he wouldn't.
Can I do a
Maybe, yeah.
nature check to see if I know anything about this type of demon? Or whatever you want me to do? Nature or whatever, survival or whatever?
You can.
I'm not saying I know much, but there's always a chance, you know.
Right. That's going to be a combination of like nature and arcana. You think you don't know a ton about it, but judging by its nature and form, that even though it looks very similar to sort of the oozes and things around there, you don't think it's necessarily associated with them. Like, so far everything in here has been an ooze or a jelly or something, or gelatinous cube in one way, shape, form, or another. But this, even though it looks similar, has a very different nature to it. You would guess that it isn't a denizen here, but more some sort of an invader.
Okay. What's the room like?
Similar to the other ones, large, corrupted, again, thick, foggy. It seems to be coming from this demon as well.
So, why aren't you in hell?
The Abyss? That's where we
Yeah.
are.
I guess that's true, aren't we? Sorry, lost track. Kind of looks like my mother-in-law's living room, so it's kind of hard to tell.
So what's so special about these weapons you want to find?
Seeing as you have not found any, I don't see much point in telling you.
Well, wouldn't you want to tell us so we're more motivated to find them?
Maybe for you.
You wish to find these things for me?
Well,
And you would enter a contract for it?
Oh god, here we go. We know what it is, guys.
well,
Well,
Do it,
maybe
Chapel,
not
you
that.
evil.
But she doesn't want to be bound to anyone.
Talking about Tadpole.
everybody in the room?
Likely everyone's probably in the room.
Tadpole making sure they're sealing everyone's fate.
Oh my God.
Except Sue. Forget Sue. She's dead to me.
I mean, there's what? 6, 8, 9 of us, one of it.
We could take it.
It's a demon. Doesn't deserve
It's
to
a
live.
devil, probably. Talking about contracts.
Demon contracts aren't so easy to beat up, though.
Isn't that why we don't sign a contract? I feel like
Yeah.
that's the first rule, is don't sign contracts with demons.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go the way we came and we'll go the way you came? And we'll just leave each other in peace. I mean, don't give us a reason to.
The
Send you
thing
back to-
is, I think you're lying about finding the weapons.
So,
Why do you
I-
care if we are? I'm not saying we are, but why do you care?
You have to have the keys to open the door.
I'm afraid I don't know what that means.
What?
Are
What
you trying
door?
to be cryptic, or are you just nuts?
He sort of
What door?
looks blankly. He's like, that's not even cryptic. You have to have the keys to open the door.
Are you telling me that's not cryptic? We don't know what the door is. Door to what?
What door?
The door at the end. Deeper inside.
And where does it go to?
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check if you are attempting to get around behind it.
well, I'm just kind of casually strolling.
So you're not trying to hide or anything?
Well, there's nothing, no place to hide, right?
Not particularly. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just kind
Or
of.
you have like a plus 13 or something, dude, anyway.
Just
Andre
trying to
Sherman.
nonchalantly.
like, as you nonchalantly move, it nonchalantly moves closer to you.
Hey now, personal space,
You're no.
social distancing.
Indeed.
This is how Tadpole goes out.
Quick, Zol, start going the other way around the room.
I gotta reset my PC. Otherwise, I'm not.
Okay.
What? Yeah. What is opening the door?
You also broke up a little bit there.
What does opening the door? I would ask the demon.
Do you not know where you are? This is not a place
No,
you can
not
stumble
really.
upon by chance.
We're in the abyss.
I know you
Um,
didn't come from the end I came from. You're much too big for it. There's only one place you could have come from. You know what this is, or else you're playing a very dangerous game.
Maybe we just like holes.
Maybe, maybe we do know what this place is, but we just want to make sure you know what this place is. So if you could just describe what this place is to me, and I'll double check that with my knowledge of this place.
What?
The demon is obviously too stupid to know.
Oh my goodness. Alright, did you actually say that, Rick? Or I guess Zool, or was that more OOC?
I mean,
like
if
with
no
that
one has
reaction, it
any
has to be-
problems, if no one has
I
any
mean-
problems with me saying that, it's definitely what I'm saying to him.
I don't
That's
have a problem
beautiful.
with it.
I like it.
I like it.
I'm saying it.
Oh my god. Okay.
He's like, no, I don't think I will.
First, I gotta make sure.
Just so you know, the first moment I see it move towards me, I'm going to shadow step back to the group before it gets to me, like holding an action.
Okay.
what I mean? I am definitely on my guard. I'm not going to let it close the distance any closer than it is without me moving.
Yeah. It casts detect thoughts on you, Rick Zool.
Yeah. I'm totally thinking, I know what this place is. I know what this place is.
Pretty much. So, you know, it understands that you're not quite as dumb as you are making yourself out to be. This is pointless. No more deceptions. You'll never get anywhere with it.
All right then. I'm completely clueless as to what this.
Sorry, I have to answer this phone. I'll be back in a second.
Hello.
Hello?
Hopefully, I can sort my computer out in this time.
I wonder if Whisper could crawl into some.
What now?
So you guys inclined to try to get by without a fight on this guy?
I would like to.
Well, I'm wondering if he's going to give us enough information to find out what these weapons are, and then if it doesn't seem too bad, we very well could just enter a contract with him.
Alright, I'm
Entering
back.
a contact with a demon or a devil is just not exactly my idea of the
Smart
brightest
move.
idea. Yeah. I mean, have you ever
They're
seen any
dumb
movies?
things.
Come on.
Sure, he crack open the vibes.
I'm back.
What if we ask the demon what's in the pipe?
What's in the pipe? What's the fucking box?
What's in the box?
Ask
in
the
the
demon
fucking
what's
box?
in the pipe, so he just rips one of the pipe.
Sorry, I got distracted by my kid. Singing in the hallway. Okay. So again, it tells you sort of drop the charades. Do you, in fact, ask what's in the pipes?
I kind of don't want to give him ideas,
Yeah.
so I won't ask it.
I still want to know, and yeah, I'd just ask if he knows what's in the pipe.
It's almost at a loss for words at this point. Do you honestly not know? Do you have no inkling of the things that you're stumbling on and through?
Totally ignorant.
Yeah, well, we kind of
Demon feels bad for our stupidity.
we kind of
Maybe
like
he'll
to do
take pity
these
on it.
things on the fly.
This is for funsies.
For
That's what I
funsies.
say. It's for funsies.
You're in a machine right now. It takes
Oh,
purifies souls that come through the fountain and takes them
And-
to the throne.
So are souls going through this pipe right now? And I tap on one of the pipes with my broom.
Yes.
So what you're saying is it's
We're in a giant Mac.
You broke up. I heard, so what you're saying is, and then nothing.
Starland his people.
a literal gold mine.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Start panning
So-
souls.
so with this, with what you're saying here, and the keys in the door, is the door to the fountain.
Yes.
Okay, goodbye. See ya.
At this point, it really, like, it's obvious that it feels sorry for you. It's like, what the heck?
But how does Welshaw... Who set this up? Welshaw couldn't fit down here.
I don't
Hell,
And what are you doing
particularly
down here?
know who set it up.
No, Whispers is confused.
So you work for Welshaw.
No.
You work for the Marilith.
I mean, I have to take the opportunity to make the joke when I can. He goes, no!
Can I insight that one?
You can.
So that's a yes.
Yeah, that's definitely
will
a
aid
yes.
Was that meant to be a Tim the Toolman Taylor grunt?
Yeah.
You were terrible at Tim.
Well, it's not exactly the...
So you don't work for either one of
It
them.
wasn't 6:40 in the
Alright.
morning with people sleeping.
Well, we'll have to report back to the Marilith that there are invaders in here.
I don't think you know enough on the subject you're speaking of to attempt to threaten me about it.
I'm not threatening. I'm telling you, I'm just going to report back to the Marilith.
I know you do not work for... Hold on 1 second, I have to look up her name. Gelmakath.
Yeah, her. That's the one.
Should have asked you what her name was. But you could.
I am going to try to convince him that I work for the Marilith. Shall I do deception?
I mean, you can.
Booyah!
But it's also going to hit you with, one of these.
This. I mean, he might know that we don't work for Marilyn. He could have been there when the rest of the party showed up, or he could be one of her lieutenants or something.
Yeah,
But
like,
so, like,
True.
even if you
if we
roll
work
high
for-
on deception,
man,
if
I
he's straight
really
nose-
hate to waste a 20 on a deception, but yeah, like, it's going to know you
If we
don't.
worked for the, if we worked for the Merilith, we would legitimately know what this place is. The Merilith told
Well,
him
that's,
what.
Yeah.
that's cheating. You cheated.
But did you actually get a 20 on that?
You did.
You did.
Yeah, he rolled a 20.
Oh, that's painful.
I feel bad about it. But
Yep.
it still sort of alludes to it. But you could work for her.
Well, we tried to speak with her, but
So he
we
wasn't
got
there
turned
when
away.
we
Yes,
already went to try.
I heard of your attempts.
Do you speak with her authority?
To a limited degree.
To a limited degree. So you can offer us a
I
job,
couldn't
but
promise
can't
you,
tell us
say,
how much.
eternal life.
Is that on the table? Out of character.
You're in the abyss. Everything can happen.
Adrian's throwing hands and he's like, I'm in.
Adrian just teleports in. What was that?
Does this thing have any gear of any kind that I can see?
Not
Weapons or
that you
anything
can
like
see, no. It appears to be mostly, grossly naked. I mean, it's not, obviously, like, humanoid, so you can't make out bits or anything, but...
Was this door behind him? Could I, when I was over by the rest with the rest of the group, could I tell if it was open
It is closed.
or not?
But not locked. Is it?
Thus far, nothing has been locked.
I'm gonna move one more step closer. See if he. Yeah. Well, looks like we have ourselves a little bit of a standoff here.
Doesn't have to be.
What do you propose?
I just suggested you could form a contract with me. We could find this thing, steal the souls, be out of here.
Well, you told us you're not authorized to do that. You're
I
just
said I
under-
speak for the Merilith,
Well-
but on a limited term. That's certainly something I could authorize.
Okay. Let's see this.
And how does that benefit us, though? I see it only benefits you. Or the Merilith. However you want to look at it.
We would
Well,
split
what are
the souls.
contracts? What are the terms of the contract?
We agree not to harm each other in any way, shape, or form through action, inaction, blah, blah, blah. We work in a mutually effective manner to get to the end of the dungeon, whereupon we will open the... I almost said soul forge. The soul fountain, remove said souls from the soul fountain. We will split them accordingly. 50-50. What, Riley?
How much
Hold
for
on.
longer?
Still like another 40 minutes or so.
Okay, because
Okay, well, should I ever ask why we're down here? Just say we
Huh?
heard plans of him sneaking down here. He'll give us even more,
Maybe we can.
probably.
What do you think?
We could
those
always
mean
tell
things,
Welshaw we
like,
came
Yeah,
down
yeah.
here to secure the weapons that he
that
You
didn't.
don't need to
me
read them, though.
Donnie were sending to each
Yeah.
other.
I
like,
gotta
we
say we
have
heard plans when we
to
were
have him protect
snooping
us.
around about him
Alright,
coming
kiddo.
down here, and we wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Alright, I think
And
I'm
we
back.
Should we ask to like huddle up?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, let's exploit the demon and then see
Yeah,
how
but you
where
enter
his
into
weaknesses
the
are.
demonic contract kind of thing, that kind of magic kind of shit.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna. If we do make a contract, that would be hard to break.
Can't really exploit a contract.
Unless we somehow write a contract in invisible ink and get him to sign it. Like some Looney Tunes stuff.
Easy. Right before the end of the dungeon, we turn around and leave, taking him with us.
Wait. What if we sign the contract? Do you think he knows, does anyone, like, what do you think a language that a demon wouldn't know? Because if we write, like, the name, or if we write something in, like, VS in front of, or incorporate it into your name, it makes the contract null and void. Because it signals that it was written under
I
duress.
doubt they knows this trail. But Shame, do any of you knows this trail? Maybe hard.
Like, generally when you're making a contract with, demonic or devilish fiends, like, it's not actually you writing the contract.
No, but when we sign it, though.
When you sign it, you're just putting your mark on paper. Why do you think something as simple as an X can be used as a signature? It's
Well, you
literally
put
just a mark to
VS.
say that you put it.
But what
VS
if your
makes the
mark-
contract null and
What if
void.
your mark?
We're making
if your
some
mark
large
says
assumptions that this is going to be a physical piece of paper contract.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, guys, don't trust the demonic beings.
He's just
Well, I don't
here
want to
basically
make the
like another
contract.
adventurer.
I
You
do
think
not
he's
want to
a
make
man?
the
I
contract.
just want to work together.
What is what are NPCs doing here? What's Hart doing?
Do you think we?
Yeah, what's his opinion on all this?
What would Hart's opinion be on there?
I feel like he would say no, let's not.
For the
work
most
with
part,
it.
he would be like, trusting demons is pretty dumb. But we're already trusting demons, for the most part. Things could go very poorly if Welshaw finds out that we're actively attempting to rob him. It might be a good idea to have a friend on the other side, in case that happens.
What if we kill him and bring the story back that we protected the soul fountain? Because we heard of a plot to disrupt it on the mainland side, and that this game was all a ruse.
Doesn't really seem to be the type to ignore the wrongdoing of the breaking and entering and all that.
But we didn't break and entering. We were chasing after the thief. When we tried to when we tried to scout them out with the army stuff, we heard this plot. Tadpole was sneaking in among them, right, Tadpole?
Absolutely.
We didn't break into anywhere. It was a giant hole in the ground that we decided to walk down. Like it's like leaving your front door open. If you're gonna be that dumb to not protect your stuff properly, maybe you deserve to lose your TV.
Like, I don't know if you guys are trying to convince me or you're trying to convince yourselves, but either
Well, he left the front door
way.
open.
I don't like leaving any kind of a witnesses alive of anything, so I'm more inclined to try to eliminate this thing. But last time I initiated a combat, it went very poorly for us with the slave traders. So I don't think I will initiate any combat, but I will definitely back you up if we go that route. But my suggestion is leave no survivors.
Out of character, I like how we're winning the battle up top, but we're splitting to the other side, presumably down below.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually pretty funny. Like, these guys are gonna come back up with, like, the expectation of
What, Riley?
allies from the Marilith, and then we get up there and the other parties
Yeah, maybe we
just
could
completely
do
wipe
that.
the floor.
You're going to need to clean out the dirt.
It's like,
well,
well,
I mean,
now
I'm
what?
not doing it right now, kiddo.
This mushroom gel demon gets back up and it's only the Marilith left, like,
Because
it
you'd
went
have to
this
lift it up and
badly.
move it and all that. And I don't trust you not to make a huge mess with it, honestly. You make a mess when you're painting.
I mean, I reckon we
kiddo.
should work with them as long as we're in the dungeon. Was I cutting out there a lot?
No.
Oh, okay. Because, I mean, even if we enter a contract,
Either way,
it's
whatever
only for
happens,
the
it's not
dungeon.
happening
Once
right
we
now.
completely get through it, we can just...
I need to
drop
get
them
back
in.
to my game, okay?
All right, let's hear the
Plus the
terms of
more-
the contract. Let's.
I mean,
do
it's
this.
a while longer.
I reckon
We'll have a clearer idea of
It's
what
about 30
has-
minutes
what
at
does-
this point.
What do the
Sometimes we go
NPCs
over.
think of this, Grim? Well, he's not here.
We-
I need,
We
need
should probably
DM guidance.
avoid con.
I'm sorry, I'm
We-
back, but like I didn't hear a word you guys said.
They want to do the contract, Grim. What's your TM guidance say?
Mahoy?
I reckon work together with, but don't write a signing contract. Like, demon contracts, what if he tricks you into Eternal Soup?
Okay, so like here's, the too much yada yada. Like we can sort of hand wave it because I mean, frankly, I'm not prepared to like write up a contract there. It's not going to be like weird. He's not going to try to, well, I mean, at the end of it, you have to give me all your souls. But it's going to be a straight up mutual thing, no backstabbing. All bets are off if something does happen like that, with dire consequences of the, instant death kind.
Oh, so
Now
we
we've
have no-
entered into contracts with demons in the past that they have broken. Right?
I
Mm,
don't believe
The two guys
you
that
have.
were supposed to be
Never
our
entered
guides.
a contract
You
with
never, contracted
So
with
that-
them. That was just sort of
So the two guys that were our guides aren't under contract. They turned on
No.
us.
Think,
You're
think,
just-
think of it.
We
Think
were
of
just
it this
very
way.
trusting of those two guys.
Got it.
Well, they would have paid us back if we didn't steal our shit.
Think of it this way. He's basically the demon equivalent of us. He's just another adventurer in the middle of a dungeon. Hey, allies in a dungeon are always a good thing. Like, I don't think... It's like Grim said, it's not like I didn't think he was trying to trick us or anything like that. It is literally just well, we've both got a common goal, let's help each other achieve it and then deal with anything else later.
Key.
All right. Well, I'm going to go and over here and huddle with the group.
Sure,
We'll talk this over.
I kind of assumed you were.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I don't like this guy. I don't trust this guy. I think we should kill this guy. But, I mean,
Yeah, but you don't like or trust anybody.
I like and trust my party, but he's not part of the party.
Jeez, thanks. No.
Obviously, you have to marry him, and then he can join the family. As we do marriage contracts now.
Ugh.
What's that one, old European family that basically married every fucking family so badly that it got basically just incestual, and you know
What?
Whoa!
the Australian
Yeah.
the Austrian family.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Huh?
the inbreeding.
I know what
Oh,
you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Like they named his jaw afterwards and whatnot. It's a thing that happens, but I can't think of what it is right off the top of my head.
Hart, do you know anything about this kind of demon?
Habsburg. It's the Habsburg. We gotta be the Habsburgs to marry everybody.
Does Hart know
Oh
anything
my
about this
God.
demon? The nature of this kind of demon? The power of this demon?
Not particularly.
Do any of you know anything about this kind of demon?
Sue
Nope.
has a little bit of knowledge about the demonic things, but I mean, it appears to be a Yocklol, but it's not working for Lolth, and it's not acting like one particularly.
Is it like an archdemon? Big baddie demon?
Doesn't look like it.
I mean, they're pretty nasty.
Can we take it, you think?
She thinks that if it were to get down to the point where we could take it, it would have some method of GTFO, getting out of there, like, instantly.
And there's no way we can convince him to go our separate ways. Is he trying to actively stop us?
It's not quite at that point yet. I mean, he certainly suggests you have something that he needs.
Would he be convinced as to work with us with?
You broke up.
Like Grim said, it's not like it's an actual signed contract or anything. It's basically, do you want to work together for this dungeon?
Let's just call it bluff and let's just back out and see what happens. Let's just go into the other room and see if it.
Say like, well, it was nice to meet you, but we'll be on our way.
That's right. We don't trust no stinking demon.
Does
What
everyone
say
agree
you?
with that? Or
Head back to this room over here and see if he follows us.
For
Yeah,
people
well,
who
thank
don't
you.
like want to trust the demon, you guys are the most untrustworthy.
Hey now. Just want to know.
are we the bad guy?
Hans, are we the baddies?
Hmm.
We're so the baddies, though.
All right, let's blow this taco stand.
All right. Well, it was nice to meet you, but we'll be on our way. Goodbye.
Right.
Alright.
Okay, who is for this plan? And is anyone against this plan?
I am for leaving and heading over to this room over here, keeping aware that he is behind us. That, or I think either that or killing him. But if he's going to be able to just teleport out, it may not be easy for him to teleport back in as quickly, giving us some time to hopefully finish cleaning this place out.
Yeah.
Either way, we got to somehow deal with this guy. He's either going to follow us or he's going to alert other people. I think we're kind of screwed one way or the other. So my thought is I'd rather kill him or try to kill him. And if he teleports away, I don't think he probably could teleport right back as quick. I
Well,
could
if
be wrong.
we are going to kill him, I'd rather him to make the first move. Because I don't want to be held liable if he goes back to the Marilith and says, hey, you know, these people tried to kill us. It's on site.
Well, then let's go. The other room.
Yeah. If it's on site, it's on site.
So does anybody not wish to just try to attempt to leave?
No.
Alright.
It does not sound like.
Huh?
I really don't know what to do, so I'll just leave as well. We may as well.
Alright,
Don't
so
try
you
to
all
follow-
leave, and the last person who is out of the thing, and we'll sort of say it's a vague thing, the demon turns to, says, "That's your decision? Very well. I'll be seeing you." And he sort of breaks the pipes and goes into the pipes in the wall.
He broke the pipes.
And no one let me break the pipe.
Well, then let's go back into the room. He left.
Rick just gets really angry.
He's like, I wanted to break
Maybe.
the pipes.
Maybe we should have asked him how many weapons there.
He's gone. So we want to go. Are we calling it for the day, or are we going to keep going?
I'm okay with either. Obviously, as you may have been able to guess, my kid's getting a little antsy, so I certainly don't mind calling it here.
What?
I'm really, personally, just enjoyed listening to this.
I heard nothing you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just saying I don't mind either way. I've just been enjoying listening to this.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and call it there then.
Okie dokie artichokes.
Yeah, because if we get in combat, it may take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely thinking now we gotta avoid letting the demon anywhere near the weapons we've found.
Well, didn't we put them in the pocket dimension?
Yes.
At this point, it seems just Wellshot's just kind of using them as a fuel. Maybe we don't feed the slime monster.
But either way, good session. A little bit of combat. We've gotten kind of far into it. Again, you guys, man, constantly go in directions I do not anticipate.
I'll be able to see on the GM layer.
Yeah. That too. a little bit of messing up right there. But you know, it
The
happens.
long-suffering sigh really got me.
Well, you know, accidents happen.
To be fair, it was funny.
Sure. Barrel of laughs.
For you, maybe not, but for me.
Either way, thanks for joining us today, if you were joining us today. We are going to say goodbye. It was a pretty nice episode. As of right now, we are on for next week. As I mentioned before, towards the summer months, especially if you guys remember last year, my availability is a little bit more hit or miss because, well, as I mentioned, it's generally the times I do things, you know, with my family. Although, you know, things are in a sort of weird state right now, so who knows?
How much notice would you be able to give us?
Yeah, generally I can give you like a full week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like rarely do I do things that come up on the fly anymore. I mean, sometimes
Okay.
sure, but generally I know ahead of time. But yeah, this has been Grimcad. We have been playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. We are in the Shifting City. We are in the Abyss in a creepy tunnel
Creepy, very creepy. With a giant demon slime.
with some sort of
Creepy.
demon slime that, even though we're the bad guys, we don't trust.
Hey, always the bad
Two
guys?
keys of some.
And
It's very morally
presumably
ambiguous.
2 keys. All right. Well, I hope you all have a great day, and peace out. Everyone, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy.
Adios.